The filtrate that is present in the loop of Henle and ultimately collected in the collecting duct that we call as urine. Urine is a solution of urea in water, including other substances. The topic for our discussion for today is physical and chemical composition of urine. It is included in excretory products and elimination. In human beings, urine is the prime excretory product included in the nitrogen's metabolism, as urine is the product when the amino acids are ultimately metabolized. The fluid that and dissolved waste substances excreted by the kidneys constitute urine. It includes urine. Urine includes fluid and the dissolved waste substances. An adult man normally passes about 1 to 1.8 liters of urine in 24 hours. For an adult man, in 24 hours, it passes about 1 to 1.4 liters. We can say about averagely 2 liters of urine per day. The volume of urine depends upon number one, how much urine is produced in the kidneys of an adult human being. The first of all depends upon the fluid intake, how much we take the fluid, liquid substances, particularly the water, number one. Number two, level of physical activity. What kind of or how much physical activity we do, walking, running, playing, other things, that determines the quantity of urine produced. Number three, type of food taken. What kind of food we take? Some foods contain excess quantity of water. Some foods contain very deficient quantity of water. Whenever we take vegetables and fruits, they have very good quantity of water. And whenever we take fluids, especially the cold drinks, they contain excess quantity of water. At that time, the urine increases. One more point is there, environmental temperature. The temperature which is present outside the body, that's called as environmental temperature, and it refers to also the internal environmental temperature of the body. Excessive fluid intake and low temperature increase urine output. Whenever is excessive fluid intake and temperature is very low, fluid intake is very great, and it leads to excess production of urine. That's why in cold conditions we pass more urine as compared to the conditions whenever there is high temperature and humidity. Less fluid intake and profuse sweating due to heavy physical work and high temperature reduce urine output. Certain substances such as tea, the substances which increase the fluid, which increase the urine output, that depends upon, for example, the substances which determine urine production. Certain substances are tea, number one, coffee, number three, alcohol, number four, these substances increase the urine output. They are called as diuretic substances because whenever a person takes these substances regularly, the urine output can increase. So for the physical components or the physical properties of the urine are concerned, urine is first of all transparent. Urine is almost transparent. It is yellow in color. It is fluid in nature. One more point is here. Its shade depends upon its concentration. Its color is due to a pigment, urochrome. Urochrome is the pigment that is present in the urine that determines its color. It is derived from the breakdown of hemoglobin from the worn out RBCs. Whenever the RBCs are worn out due to pathogenic attacks or normal occurrences during the cell formation and cell degradation, the RBCs contain hemoglobin. Whenever the hemoglobin is degraded in the body, that produces a substance. That substance is called as urochrome, which imparts color to the urine. Color of the urine is altered by certain materials taken as, for example, beet. Whenever the beet is taken, it can change the color of the urine. such as the vitamin B complex. Whenever these substances are taken, they can change the color of urine. And some drugs also change the color of urine. Urine is hypertonic to blood plasma. Urine is hypertonic. This means urine has more concentration than the blood. Its specific gravity ranges from 1.003 to 1.04. This is the specific gravity of urine, being slightly higher than that of the water. Its pH ranges from 5 to 8. This means urine is somewhat acidic in nature. Whenever it approaches 8, it means slightly alkaline. It depends upon the diet. High protein food and fruits increase acidity, whereas vegetables increase alkalinity. Urine has a characteristic unpleasant odor. The odor or the smell of the urine is unpleasant. Unpleasant odor or unpleasant smell is present in the urine. If allowed to stand, urea is degraded by bacteria to ammonia. That produces ammonia. Whenever the urine is allowed to stand, the bacteria which act upon this urea, they convert it to ammonia, which imparts a strong smell. That's why there is strong smell to the urine whenever the urine is stagnant at a particular place. So far, the chemical composition of the urine is concerned. Urine consists of, first of all, the water. It contains organic and inorganic substances. Water forms the 95% in composition. The other substances form the 5%. Organic and inorganic substances. The organic substances are mainly nitrogenous compounds, but small amounts of non-nitrogenous compounds are also present. The nitrogen organic compounds include number 1, urea. Number 2, uric acid. This means in addition to urea, uric acid is also present in the urine. Number 3, creatinine, amino acid derivative. Creatinine is also present in the urine. And we have the hippuric acid. Hippuric acid is also present in the urine. Of these, urea is the principal component of human urine. The non-nitrogenous organic compounds include vitamin C. These are non-nitrogenous organic compounds. And one more is there, that is oxalic acid. And one more substance are there, they are phenolic substances that are present in the urine. And we do have a trace of glucose in the urine. Glucose, that is the normal breakdown of the carbohydrates. The inorganic substances include ammonia, that is present in the urine, and we have other substances also. So, for example, we have the chlorides, we have the sulfates also present in the urine, and we have the phosphates of sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Sodium chloride is the principal mineral salt of the urine. The urine also contains sodium chloride. It is the principal salt in the urine. Urine also contains some other substances. It also contains pigments and drugs, and some epithelial cells and leukocytes. There are some abnormal substances also present in the urine. This is in case of pathogenic attack. Whenever a person is diseased or ailed, there are some abnormal materials. For example, presence of albumin. Albumin is a type of protein. Whenever it is present, it means that the condition is not normal. It also contains bile salts, sodium glycolate and sodium tarcolate. It also contains bile pigments. These are the abnormal substances in the urine. It also contains ketone bodies. Ketone bodies are also present in the urine. It also contains blood, pus, microbes, and more than a trace of glucose in the urine is a pathological condition. This means there is viral, bacterial, or helminthic infection or fungal infection to the person who has the substance in the composition of the urine. Presence of glucose, protein, blood, ketone bodies and pus in the urine is called glucosouria, proteinuria, hematuria, and ketonuria and pyuria. These are some ailing conditions or disease conditions whenever there is protein in the blood. This condition is called as glucosouria. Glucosouria. Sorry, this condition is called as proteinuria. Proteinuria. Whenever there are proteins in the blood, but whenever there is blood in the urine, that is called as hematuria. Hematuria is the condition whenever there is blood in the urea, but whenever there are ketone bodies, that condition is called as ketonuria. But whenever there is pus in the urine, that is called pyuria. That condition is called pyuria. These denote the pathological conditions of the person under consideration. That's all for today.